ultimately what we want to bring into organizations and of course into our own lives, into families, into communities, into societies, into the world, is that leadership is about love. But let's now talk about the word love. And yes, there are many concepts and many, as people say, many levels of love, though we want to go into the true meaning of love, which is to respect someone, to take care of that person, to be responsible for that person, even the thoughts that we have about that person. And finally, to get to know that person. When we deeply take these 4 elements, and when we understand that loving someone is much more than just showing affection, and yes, that's part of how we show our love. But when we go deeper and understand that every time we support someone, every time we encourage, we praise, every time we allow someone to feel their value, to find their value, and as well to give feedback when they ask for it or when we find that it is appropriate in a loving, respectful way, that is love. And that's the type of leadership that we want to bring into organizations. Because ultimately, a leader is someone who, number one, understands that others have gifts and talents, and that those gifts and talents, once they are developed and used within an organization, those gifts and talents help towards the ultimate goal of some organizations, which is to profit. But not only profit in terms of money, but to profit in terms of their vision, whatever their vision is, whatever it is that a company, an organization, a society has as part of their objectives, their reason for being. So as a leader, if we can do that to others, and of course, even starting with ourselves, because loving others starts with loving ourselves. And now that we talked about the meaning of love in terms of getting to know ourselves, let's translate it into loving ourselves. Getting to know ourselves, our weaknesses, what are our fears, what are our strengths, what are our opportunities, what are the possibilities, what are our threats, what are we looking for. When we get to know ourselves at that level, then we are open to get to know others at that level as well. And that is true leadership. That is the leadership of the new paradigm.